Hello, this is Bridget Rau with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, so I have a couple new decks that I haven't been able to get onto this channel yet. So I'm going to do a pick a pile where you can find out your energies for right now, like your soul purpose, your emotions, and any of the starseed messages that need to come through for you. So I've got 4 different piles for you to choose from. The first one is the Jade Dolphin. The second one is what's his name? Why do I forget it all of a sudden? Ganesh. The third one is the Amethyst Alien, and then the fourth one is the Labradorite Unicorn. So choose which one feels like it's calling to you, and I'm going to get this set up. You can pause if you need to, but I'm just going to slide these all back so that they're out of the way, and we're going to start off with pile number 1. And see what comes through for you at this time, what you need to know, what needs to be focused on for you at this point. So let's see with the first card from the Soul Purpose Oracle. You've got Medium. So it says loved ones on the other side have messages for you. Now you could be a medium, or you could just again be somebody that needs to go see a medium. Maybe you just need to pick up some messages from somebody on the other side. There could be something to do with animals right now that it's trying to give you messages, or there could be, you know what's weird? There's a dolphin right here and there's a dolphin right there. So the dolphins could be giving you a message from somebody in spirit, or, you know, it could just be loved ones on the other side. It doesn't necessarily have to be like family members that passed over. It could be, you know, star beings. It could be ascended masters. It could be the angels, the archangels. Whatever really you feel has been trying to communicate with you, this may be the clarification that, like, yep, you're seeing these dolphins, or you're seeing the same thing. It could be like an owl, or it could be a cat, or it could just be something that you're seeing over and over that's trying to get your attention right now to give you a message. So let's see what else you've got. We've got Frequency Shifter. It says you receive and shift frequencies of the universe. So with that energy, I feel like this reminds me of like Arcturian energy, where it's just like the higher vibrational stuff, and it shifts things that are around it very quickly. It's almost like that image there. It's like whatever comes in, you're rapidly receiving it. It's almost like the heartbeat type of energy, but you take things that come in and you shift it and turn it into something else. So you could be taking like certain truth and turning it into love, or love and turning it into truth. It's basically, I'm feeling those two energies because of the blue and green here, which connect with our throat and our heart, but it definitely feels like you could also be receiving messages from those on the other side through frequency, and it's almost like your job to shift that and to maybe deliver those messages, or to recognize those messages, because we all receive our messages in different ways. You know, like sometimes I'll get a message and I know the frequency of it is so I want to write it, you know, or the frequency of it is something I need to speak. And the energy of the frequency, it's a word that comes with it now, because I've built up like a dictionary. So you could be at that time where you're building up a dictionary for certain things and certain feelings. We also have Seed Planter. It says plant seeds of potential every place you go, and in each person's soul, harvesting growth. So you could be somebody that's basically, you know, planting little seeds of potential for people around you. That's kind of like the energy of me for like a starseed. Again, you know, just like bringing frequency down to the earth and harvesting growth for people around you, changing things around you, delivering messages around you, and just being your own unique self. So with the beat maker, this says beat to your own drum, listen to the rhythm of your soul. I feel like you could kind of shift between stuff. Like again, you may one day be like somebody that's receiving messages through mediumship, and the next day you're receiving messages like as you're drumming, and the next day you're connecting with Mother Earth and you're putting your hands right in the soil, or in the next day you could be doing fire stuff. You could be working with the flame. You could even do sacred fire, where you know, go around the fire and you drum, or you shift the frequencies of the earth through intention. Maybe you receive messages through the flames, and if you haven't already done these things, this may be an indication that it's time for you to start doing that, like doing fire meditation, where you stare into the flame and you receive images and you receive those frequencies. And drumming is a very meditative way to go into a trance-like state and enables you to actually access this other stuff. Like if you've ever sat with just the fire and a drum, it's really kind of like out of this world experience. You don't have to have other people around you, but having other people around you adds to it, if other people are drumming, and you can just kind of sit there and absorb it. But this is also about Phoenix. It says creator of sacred transformation. So I feel like, again, you shift things, but you could be going through a transformation. You could almost be this energy right here of rising up through the dirt, rising up through the darkness of life, and trying to overcome whatever you've been through, or just really blossoming at this time and figuring things out about your transformation. And we also have Divine Masculine coming through, which says, honoring sacred masculinity and power for clarity and confidence. So I feel like you could be a Divine Masculine, or you could be somebody that's connecting with your Divine Masculine essence, trying to tap into that energy, which for whatever reason does feel similar, like not all the time, not these two cards always feel the same, but for right now it's like a similar energy. The fire may be really helping you, or the fire would really help you to tap into that clarity and to get the confidence that's needed to, pursue something in your life, or to feel powerful in your energies. Maybe, again, you've had to go through something dark or something difficult, and it could have really taken you down, but using that energy and using the fire, you can transmute and transform and rise up into that power. And with this, this is like a perfect way to get rid of things that you don't want anymore, or to bring things in that you do want. Like on the new moon, you can set an intention for, releasing things or manifesting things, however it feels appropriate to you. And then on the full moon, writing down that list of stuff that you're ready to get rid of or ready to bring in. It really, like they say to do it certain ways, but I'm a believer of doing it how it feels right to you. If you wanted to do both of those things on the new moon and full moon, you could. You could write down on a piece of paper, like, I now release all people or all things or all situations that have been keeping me in the dark, or that have been holding me back in my life, and I'm attracting, sacred connections. I'm attracting maybe a divine masculine, or I'm becoming my divine power of the masculine energy. But it really feels like using the fire, look at that, using the flame is going to be powerful for you. So you don't even necessarily need a physical flame. You can use the sacred flame of Saint Germain. So it says, you have mastered the process of transmutation. Saint Germain and the violet flame work through you, transmutation. So I really do feel like you have been transmuting things, whether you're aware of it or not. You're receiving frequencies right now. You're planting seeds of potential for growth. You're probably starting to beat to your own drum. You could be kind of secluding yourself away, or you could be connecting with people that are a little bit different than what you normally do. But basically, you're embodying the energy of transmutation, and that's a beautiful thing to do, because it's going to bring, a lot of power and clarity into your life. It's probably going to make you feel very confident. And with separated, it says you have steered away from your soul's mission. So maybe that's why you're embodying this right now, so that when you do transform, or you do rise back out of the ashes, you can align with what you're truly meant to be doing here at this time. Because it feels like maybe you took the long way around, or you weren't recognizing that you were receiving signs from spirit, or you weren't recognizing that you had the power inside of you to do this. And because there's more than one person that watches these, I feel like, some of you may have already embodied this and done it, and you could have overcome being separated from something specific. Some of you could be divine feminines that have been separated from your divine masculine, and that's what this is kind of speaking to. But also on the flip side is some of you could be, just coming into this energy of healing and transmuting whatever it has been that's steered you away from your mission. Now we've got committed. You have committed to a sacred union. So for a lot of you, it's probably going to be that you're either the divine masculine that has separated from your role as the divine masculine, or you're a divine feminine that probably has separated from your divine masculine. Like maybe the masculine's in their runner stage, or their whatever stage it is that you've got going on within your connection, but they may not be able to show up for you fully right now. So maybe you've committed to a sacred union, and it says you've steered away from your mission, but you may actually be doing your mission, and your person that you're committed to may be steered away. So it's like you can't fully embody it until maybe the masculine honors their power and their confidence and has that clarity to do what they need to do as well. And if you are the masculine, it could be that you're waiting for your feminine to show up so that you can truly embody this energy. We also have Sacred Geometry Activator, so it says you have sacred geometric codes to anchor with ley lines. So the ley lines, you know, they're all across the earth, and they connect with different sacred sites, and they just connect everywhere. You know, like they go all over the place. So I feel like you may be situated in certain areas, or even your person that's, you know, far away from you could be situated in certain areas to activate certain places within the earth. And if that's what's going on, it may be that you're separated from the person, but you're actually doing what you're meant to be doing, because this is an important role that needs to be done. You know, like your person could be on the other side of the world and you're over here, and you're feeling like, you know what, I'm committed to the sacred union, I just know it, and I can't have them, and how am I ever going to be in my union, or how am I ever going to be aligned with my mission if they're not close to me? But I feel like for some of you, it's that, you know, your person needs to be wherever they are, and you need to be wherever you are right now to, you know, actually fulfill the role, or to fulfill whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing right now. So you could definitely be dealing with a twin soul, or a twin flame, or a soulmate, or just somebody that there is like that telepathic connection with. There's that like sonar connection between the two of you, so you don't need to be physically together to be united. You don't, you know what I mean? Like a sacred union is more so about uniting within yourself. That's why I was saying maybe it's your masculine energy within, or your feminine energy within, that's causing some sort of imbalance. So your union may more so again be to unite within and allow that person to be free and do whatever they got to do on the earth wherever they're at, because there's some sort of transmutation that's probably needing to be taken place where they are. And then we have Arcturus. Look at that, telepathic communication with the electric pulse. That's kind of like that sonar that I was just talking about. I feel like you definitely have that with somebody, and there's like cellular activations and things happening, and the Arcturians are the ones that I was talking about with this energy. So you could embody some of the Arcturian energy, you could embody some of the Syrian dolphin consciousness. Maybe one of you, you know, your masculine could be like embodying this type of Arcturian higher frequencies, cellular activations, and if you're the feminine, you could be more emotional and more in your like Syrian type of energy. But with the High Priest, I definitely feel like there's something to do with a masculine here, whether you are him or whether you have one. There's something to do with that's connected to all of your stuff right now. So it says Wisdom Keeper of Records, Akashic Records, Masculine Balanced, and Rising. So it could be that your masculine just holds on to certain, you know, information within the Akashic Records, or your masculine energy per se. Or you could be, again, the masculine, and your feminine is holding on to certain things that you need to telepathically communicate and receive from her, you know, if you're the man here within this connection. But basically it feels like no matter what, this is something that needs to happen right now. Like this true embodiment of divine masculine energy needs to be embodied to heal any soul patterns or contracts, you know, any karma or any things that have been keeping people, you know, from being in alignment truly with themselves and truly with their own mission and purpose. It could be that, you know, the physical separation has been causing a lot of distractions on the path. You know, sometimes people get too caught up in, I just want my committed union, I just want them to come love me, I just want marriage, or I just want them back. And because of that, they get too depressed, or they get too codependent, they get too stuck, planting the wrong seeds and doing the wrong things. And it's not necessarily the wrong things, it's just like a focus on stuff that's really not where your focus should be. So that could be why this is showing up and letting you know that it's time to kind of shift that stuff. And you could be even having a walk-in soul come in at this time. You know, so say you're the feminine and your masculine's off and they're never going to show up to do what they need to do. Spirit will have a walk-in soul come in and take that person over, you know, like take over their mission. And the person or the soul that comes in to replace that person is going to be fully aligned and fully committed to what they need to do. They're going to already be like pre-programmed and downloaded, and as soon as they come in, it's like you get a whole new person. It's like if they're married or if they've got some sort of job or whatever, it's like the day that this happens, it's like they wake up and they're like, oh, I'm out of here. I gotta go to like the other side of the world and do whatever I gotta do. And if being committed to you is a part of that, that's probably what they'll do as well. The only thing is, though, it may not be who you want, you know, like it's gonna be maybe the physical body of that person, but it may not be everybody that, like everything that you remembered about that person. So, I feel like this is a very rare thing that happens. It's most likely going to be more so like a walk-in soul could be coming in to test out to see where you guys are at, or coming in with messages and frequency right now to help you along your path, or to push in the right direction, or to just kind of give you like a little energetic check-in, or to even possibly give you like some sort of new like thing that you've got to be doing right now, so all of a sudden you could have an urge to travel or an urge to go somewhere specific on the earth and not really know why. And if you don't have the means to get there and that's happening, you know, intend that you're bringing those sacred geometric activations to wherever it is by planting those seeds there through your intention and frequency, and that may be all that's really needed to do for that place to kind of you know, appease the energies around you. Now, with the Ocean of Emotion deck, this is basically there's saying that you've got, I don't know which path to take choices. So this again could be you not knowing which path to take in regards to like your purpose in your life right now, or it could be the person you're dealing with not knowing which path to take about their stuff. Now, I'm also picking up that if you're separated from somebody, maybe they're married somewhere, but they have like a divine connection with you or a sacred union that they're supposed to have at some point, they could be stuck not knowing which way they want to go with that, you know, and it could be causing a lot of stress. It says I'm under so much pressure. So I feel like you could both be stuck in some stress and pressure right now. You could both be having a hard time making choices. Because I definitely feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be two of you. And I know a lot of my followers from the Bridget Rau channel come over here. So you could be somebody that is from that channel that watches a lot of the different twin flame readings and soulmate readings. But I definitely feel like, you know, there could be this stuff coming up right now where it's like, should I just let this go? Should I bring in a new soul? Maybe you've been trying to manifest a soulmate because you know that, like, this person is just too far away, or this person's just too separated from their alignment with you to ever, you know, get to that committed place. That's what you could feel. It may not be the truth, but you could feel that and be like, should I just, you know, bring somebody else in? Because we all have choices. You don't have to be with your divine person or be alone. You can be with whoever you want to be. But this is the committed card, and you've already had committed come through. So I feel like a lot of you may want to be committed, or a lot of you will eventually become committed, but there's some choices that need to be made in order to get there. And I can probably guarantee you that being under this stress and anxiety isn't going to be helpful for making those decisions. So if you've been the one that's very stressed, you know, and feeling very anxious, it says I can't sleep, I don't eat, and I have no sense of inner peace, this is how you're feeling, you've got to get rid of that stress. And whenever I see this reminds me of like those thoughts and the things that are trying to come in from spirit, right? If you're not writing it or speaking it or drawing it or channeling it out of you through the drum, or channeling it through the fire, or just channeling it through making a choice, you know, it's going to become chaotic and crazy, and it's going to manifest in ways within you that make you feel crazy. So I feel like that's the message for you, is to get this stuff out, you know, receive those frequencies and allow yourself to like channel it through and hear what seeds need to be planted into your life. And you can use the drum to assist you with that. But I also feel like this is about becoming your own way, you know, like don't worry about what everybody else is going to think. A lot of times that happens in those types of connections too, is that there's like, you know, different backgrounds and religions and belief systems and families and, you know, class and culture, and then there's karmic people who are married with these people that are basically keeping them stuck in some sort of patterns, or you could just be even both single, but there's some sort of pattern that keeps happening between the two of you, or there's just that physical or emotional distance. But basically, it's like no matter what's going on, don't allow that person or any person to keep you from being who you truly are. Don't put up a front that's not who you are. Just be true to yourself, be true to your transformation, and embody this energy on your own if you are the feminine. And if you are the masculine, embody this energy on your own and rise into that energy of being the high priest that's in alignment as a high priestess as well, and not being like freaked out about that, because I know a lot of the masculines on this planet get weird about embodying divine feminine energy. Not many of those who would listen to this, but I feel like there are some still out there. So if you're the feminine, you know, you could have a masculine that's really denying his feminine aspects, and that in turn could be denying you and your committed connection. So until they're able to, you know, heal that crap and stop worrying about it and transmute it, you may have to kind of do your own thing for a while and try to get through whatever anxiety or stress you have in regards to this. So, you know, keep an eye out for the walk-in souls. I feel like you may have some peeps coming in to just kind of give you that little energetic check-in. And, you know, like I said, it could even be as extreme as, hey, this person's not doing what they're supposed to. Here we come to do a little and make the choice easy for you, or easy for that person, because they'll be going back to source, and somebody else will be coming in to go through the path of the, you know, new doorway into union and committed, you know, to being, because it feels like it's a sacred thing. It doesn't really necessarily have to do with love. It's more so about being here to do something specific at this time. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, we've got the whole coronavirus thing. I feel like people are being pushed to step up and to make the choices that are gonna, oh wow, I forgot that was there, that are gonna help them to do, you know, more of what they're supposed to be doing in regards to activating, in regards to healing, and just really becoming committed completely towards their purpose here. Okay, guys, so hopefully that assisted you. If it didn't make sense, you can choose a different pile, but I'm going to move on at 21 minutes. Alright, so now we're going to do Ganesh, and we're going to see what Spirit wants for you to know. So I'm going to do this time because, well, I mean, last time it did make sense, but it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So, wow, well... I guess we do have some similar energies here. I've got feminine energies coming through with the infinity. This is the divine feminine number. This is my Starseed Oracle. This is about unifying duality. So it's funny because that first pile I just did was like all masculine energy, and it was like the high priest was in there, and it was the divine masculine was in there. So I could be now connecting more so with the feminine of that energy. Or you could just be somebody that, you know, needs to really connect with your feminine energy. You could be a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy, but it's just funny that that's showing up here because we literally just had the high priest. So we also have determined, because this is my ocean of emotions, so we've got determined, focus, illuminate, and depth. And then we have free spirit. You are here to enjoy life and to love freely. So I feel like you're probably a free spirit or somebody that wants to become a free spirit, depending on what's going on in your life. You know, and when you think about unifying duality, that's balancing masculine and feminine energies. So you could be somebody that's really free in the way that you express your love. You could be somebody that, you know, identifies differently than the traditional types of peeps. Or you could just be, again, somebody that doesn't care about stupid things like race and religion and backgrounds and whatever. It's like you're just here to love freely and to be that type of person that doesn't, you know, push stuff off. So it's like a very high vibing type of high priestess quotient of light. And then you've got the high priestess, which says, trust your inner knowing, share your sacred feminine essence. So it definitely feels like there's something major here with the feminine energy, and that you are united with your soul's mission. So that pile just had separated, and it was masculine. Now this pile has united, and it's feminine. So maybe some of you are meant to watch both piles. But basically, I feel like a lot of you who are going to watch this pile are going to be the divine feminine, and you're going to be the divine feminine. There's a divine feminine, and you may have a masculine out in this world, or you may have to embody and heal and do some work as a divine feminine before, you know, you do become united completely in your committed union, because that card came through over here that people were committed to a sacred union. But you know what, if this isn't resonating for you at all, it doesn't make any sense, choose one of the other piles, because these two are definitely connected, I'm feeling. But yeah, so let's see what else you've got here. Rainbow Warrior, you've come for the Great Awakening, to unite all of humanity in harmony, and then you are here to overcome and growing. So that again goes along with that type of energy of unifying duality, you know, rising up into the highest quotient of light, becoming this, you know, high priestess of divine feminine essence, and, you know, tapping into that infinite love as a divine feminine, as the high priestess, somebody that, you know, is honoring the ways of the sacred feminine and the cycles of rebirth. And this is, you know, trusting that inner knowing to share with the sacred feminine essence. And over here, you've got align with your full mission, which is assist and teach. So you could be a high priestess, you know, divine feminine, or you could be a man that needs to really tap into that high priestess inner knowing for the cycle of rebirth
to vibe at your highest quotient of light, to unify the duality within yourself so that you can become truly united with your soul's mission of teaching others. Because if you're wanting to teach other people about being a free spirit and loving freely, you know, it's like you've got to be able to embody both masculine and feminine roles. And that's what you need to do to become, you know, committed and within a union to another person if you're going to have that in this life. But for some of you, you may be a divine feminine that's not meant to have a masculine. You're meant to just do this on your own. You're meant to be that rainbow warrior and to overcome and grow on your own terms, you know, and to do it whenever you feel appropriate to do it. So I think it's going to be a little bit different for each person that watches this. But you're probably somebody that's very determined. It says, I'll never stop trying to do better. So whatever you have been through or whatever difficulties you've overcome, you know, no matter what gets thrown at you, it's like you just keep doing it. You just keep trying harder and trying more. And that's probably why your full mission is to assist and teach others. Because usually if we have a lot of difficulties or we go through a lot of stuff, we learn a lot of lessons, we inevitably end up, you know, teaching other people or attracting other people who are where we once were or need whatever it is we've learned. And you're definitely here to awaken others, you know, to assist in the grand shift of consciousness and to awaken the other people as, you know, a rainbow warrior, which a lot of people, you know, resonate with that term. Especially if they feel that type of energy of being determined to make a difference here and are wanting to unify duality, wanting to teach other people how to become focused on, you know, what they want and how to illuminate the darkness. So it says, I know what I want and I can't stop until I have it. So these are the emotion cards. So I feel like emotionally right now you're determined to go after what you want and you're not going to stop until you have it. Now for some of you, I am intuitively picking up that could be that you want to be united with your other person or your other half, you know, like you could feel that way. And you could be like, you know, trying to come out of any darkness that you may have had as a result of being separated from a physical, you know, person, whether it's the man or the woman within your connection. For many of you, it would probably be your man, but it doesn't have to be. It could be that you're both women or you're both men or whatever. But I feel like it would be the divine masculine because we've got so much feminine essence here. And then with the depth, it says, I want to give you more of me and I want more of you. Now, I feel like this is more so in regards to, like, everything. You know, like, look at this. It's like going into the depths of the divine feminine essence, going into the depths of the sacred energies, the cycles of rebirth. You wanting to go deeper into your mission so you're really truly aligned with it because you know that it's time to illuminate, you know, the darkness. It's time to go deeper into the depths of the darkness so that you can unify duality and that in turn, you know, you get better and better and stronger, and then you can turn around and teach other people how to cleanse their emotions. So it says you release and purify emotional debris. So I feel like, again, you're very much connected with the essence of the divine feminine. That's a emotional type of energy. It's going to be connected with the waves and the water and the, you know, energy like that. You also have the wave maker, which says an emotional cleansing current of love is flowing through you. So you could really be tapped into this energy right now specifically as well. Maybe this is what you're needing to really work on, is your emotions attached to the feminine essence of rebirth. Even though you could have been holding on to something for too long, or really just needing to go deeper into your emotions so that you could illuminate some sort of darkness and focus and shift what it was you were doing and becoming more determined to actually embody the high priestess role here and to be that thing, you know, vibing at the highest quotient of light. So you're unifying duality through unconditional love and infinite love. Again, with the number 13 being the divine feminine, I feel like this is most likely a divine feminine watching this, that you're really tapped into the emotional cleansing and healing and going deeper into your emotions. So you could be even doing shadow work right now, and at that point where you're starting to illuminate the shadow and you're starting to see things that you maybe not have realized before, and that's going to again help you to put you in a position to teach other people, you know, or to, you know, shift the collective with whatever it is that they're going through at this point, and you're helping people to overcome and grow situations that you've already basically, you know, done in your situations and in your lives. So you could be going through something difficult right now, but I feel like you will be illuminated through it. It's like there's actually a shamanic practice called like illumination. So I feel like you could be kind of doing things like that, where you're just illuminating the dark and you're retrieving pieces of yourself that you need in order to shift that focus, and in order for you to really embody that freedom that's needed to teach and to be aligned with your full mission on this earth. And then you've got the Lyran Collective and the Lyran Starseed. So I feel like you could really be, connecting with Starseed energies. We also have Starseed and Starkeeper. So I feel like you could be like an ancient soul from the stars. You may be from Lyra, which is the ancient, like the oldest within our little area of the universe. And it says, allow the light of Lyra to bring in strength, confidence, abundance, and wisdom. And that to me is masculine energy, confidence, strength, abundance, and wisdom. A true essence of divine masculine, not just man. It's just divine masculine energy is what that's supposed to be. So you could be connecting with the Lyran energy right now to balance out your feminine and masculine stuff, or you could be tapping into the Lyran collective energies to manifest ancient wisdom and to manifest abundance at this time, because the Lyrans, whenever I've connected with them, they always come through with this golden energy, just like this, and they help to bring in like so much abundance and so much light and so much wisdom, because they've been around here. They actually help to seed a lot of other places. So you could be a star-seeded soul that's here again, awakening and shifting the collective consciousness as a star child, and you're here to love freely and to overcome and grow through this, human experience. But really what you're doing is you're being the Star Keeper, and the Star Keeper is the guardian of galaxy, keeper of the stars, fire in my veins, fearlessness in my heart. But what they do is they protect the time to come, and they protect the galaxy, like they protect the earth and like the immediate area around it. So you could be really doing both of these things at this time. You could have an I am presence above you in the galactic energies, looking down at you here in the earth and assisting you to cleanse and assisting you to embody and raise your vibration and to go deeper into the emotions that are needing to be gone into, so that you can heal and you can rise and you can do whatever it is you're meant to do in this lifetime. But it definitely feels like this is what it's all about for you, is embodying these star frequencies on the earth. And you've probably, like I said, been around since the beginning. You could be needing some abundance at this time, and if you do, I would call on the Lyrans, or just know that it's going to be coming, because these energies are here, which 21 adds up to 3, so that's transformation, and 9 is endings and new beginnings. So you could have a cycle that's ending and a new beginning coming, where there's going to be a whole lot of abundance, there's going to be a whole lot of confidence, there's going to be tons of wisdom coming towards you, and you could be truly embodying like what it is you're meant to do, and tapping into that infinite flow of expansion and abundance, that higher vibration, and just helping like the collective through this work anyways, because whatever we do, any one of us, it ripples through the collective consciousness to everybody else out there. So the more people that awaken, or the more people that are intentionally doing this work, or the more people that are awakening and remembering their starseed roles, or the fact that they're supposed to be doing specific things at this time as like a rainbow warrior, however you want to label it, I do feel like you're illuminating darkness, you're shifting things, you're shifting focus, you're going to be determined, and you're going to really like tap into the infinite abundance that's available to you to do whatever it is that you're meant to do right now. So they could be bringing a lot of blessings, a lot of financial blessings, a lot of emotional cleansing, a lot of tests to you that could be triggersome, but inevitably it's going to help to teach you the things that you're going to need to know later down the road when you're teaching other people how to embody how to be a free spirit, and when you're showing others how to overcome and grow with their situations, so that they can do their role as the rainbow warrior as well. So it's a very beautiful energy, and like I said, you could definitely have divine masculine somewhere that you're meant to connect with, but they could be out of alignment with their mission, or like once you've truly finished up with this. Some of you could be right at the end of it, some of you may be still going through the depths of it, but once you finish this up and you're truly in your high priestess energy, they may either send in a walk-in soul to give to you your masculine, or your masculine may also mirror you and be done with his role on the flip side. Okay, so that's for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Others of you just kind of do your thing and know that you're here for a purpose, and there probably will be somebody that shows up at some point. So 3424. We're going to move on to the alien, and we're going to see what's going on for you, what you need to know right now in regards to your mission, your starseed energies, and your emotions. So I've got my starseed deck here that I'm going to use. I've got my ocean of emotion deck that I've been using just to see like where your emotions at, and then I've got the soul purpose oracle that I was using to see like what you need to know right now. So you've got the astral traveler, you've got counselor, shadow walker, the seer, the memory maker, you've got dreamer, so that's kind of similar to the astral energy. You've got crystal activator, peacemaker, earth angel, and remover of obstacles. And then with the starseed oracle, you've got it is safe to say no. You've got Pleiadian emissaries of light, ask for help, show me we are here. You've got the moon, the cycles of rebirth, which is feminine energy, divine feminine energy. So there we go again, more divine feminine energy. Andromedan collective, which is divine healing is available now, ask for energy. So that's interesting. You've got 2 cards about asking for help, and you've got 2 cards about, having boundaries and saying no and cutting cords. And then you've got this rebirth cycle here. So I feel like you could be, at a time of rebirth, which is what just came through from pile number 2, which was all about divine feminine energy, and it felt like that's what was going on. So I think maybe what it's going to be is that if you're a woman watching this, it could be that a lot of divine feminines are just going to be going through this cycle right now, where they're starting to embody a whole new version of themselves, where they're saying no to things that don't serve them anymore, they're not feeling guilty about it, they're cutting the cords to it, and they're removing obstacles that have been keeping them stuck or been keeping them blocked, okay? So it says, chanting and channeling with your voice eliminates suffering and heals blockages for yourself and others. So I feel like you need to start speaking your truth, you need to start chanting or channeling your voice and saying no, and knowing that no is a full sentence. You don't have to say anything after those 2 words. You don't have to be like, I'm so sorry, I feel bad. That's not, necessary. If you can't do something or you don't want to do something, saying no should be enough. And that should be the end of it, because it's the things afterwards, after you say no, that end up causing you to have those cords that need to be cut. It's those things that keep you blocked from receiving the healing. It's almost like you could be somebody that's been giving and giving and giving to everybody around you instead of allowing yourself to receive. So the Andromedan energy is a very soft, gentle, healing energy. And with 23, that adds up to 5, which is again about change. 27 adds up to 9, so that's endings and new beginnings. So you're definitely going through something right now. I just realized this one's 36, so that adds up to 9 as well. And then you've got 4 and 2, so there could be, your foundation is changing. Your partnerships are changing. Your partnership with yourself could be changing. Some sort of cycle is definitely closing, so a new one can begin, and getting rid of the obstacles that have kept you from being able to receive. So stop giving to everybody else and allow yourself to receive the divine healing from the Andromedan energy, which is very, like I said, soft and gentle. It's almost like the Reiki healers of the universe. It's like that peacemaker energy right there, where the doves and all of that. That's the type of energy that they bring. And look, it says channeling peaceful energies, perspectives, and solutions for Earth's inhabitants. So you may need to be channeling that Andromedan energy into the collective right now. And that may be something new for you, or something that you didn't know you could do, or something you just kind of, do innately, but you don't really realize it, and they're wanting you to be more aware of it right now. And then you've got the Pleiadian emissaries of light, ask for help, show me we are here. So with the show me, whenever I need something, that's what I say to them. I say, show me the truth, or show me this, or show me that. Like if I need, extra help with manifesting, I'll say, show me this, or show me that. And they never fail. Like no matter what I've ever asked for, it may take longer than other times with certain things, but they've always come through. And most of the time, they come through very quickly to show me synchronicity, in regards to what I was asking. Like right before I came on here, I asked a specific question, split the deck, and I got the frickin' card in my mind. And it was like, thank you. So they're basically letting you know to ask for that help, because they are there. And every time I channel the Pleiadian emissaries of light, that's how they start off their channeling, is we are here, we are the Pleiadian emissaries of light. And then you got to ask them for their help, or you got to ask the question you have and say, show me. so that they can show you what the answer is, or they can show you what it is you need to know, or they can channel through you the peaceful energies that you need to be bringing. And I connect with the Pleiadian emissaries of light to channel the Andromedans or to channel other beings from other places. I always go through them. I always go to Alcyon for the great central sun energies, and then I go up from there to connect with other stuff. So you could definitely be doing something at this time where they're wanting you to connect with this more and to start saying no to anything that's been keeping you, in this place of having an obstacle, or basically just giving your power away to those who aren't really like supporting you. There could be something going on in your life where there's somebody particular or something in particular that it's just time to let go of, and you could be getting signs about that and just, maybe ready, because we do have your lived experiences. So it's memory maker. Your lived experiences are unique and meaningful. Share your stories with others. So there could be something that you're going through right now that's like some sort of an obstacle. It could be with a person, a place, or a thing. But whatever this obstacle has been, the experience that you're going through with it is actually going to probably help other people, which did come through for the Divine Feminine pile number 2. So you may have more messages in pile 2 for you, particularly if you've dealt with the Divine Masculine, in any way, shape, or form, because I know I have a lot of people that come here from the Bridget Rau channel. So the first 2 piles may be something you want to listen to. But basically, whatever you've been through up until now, whether it's been good or bad, there have been reasons for it, because I feel like you are somebody that is going to help other people and channeling, that peaceful energy and new perspectives for the people here on Earth. So you're making memories, you're connecting with the energy of the galactics, you're connecting with the new boundaries, you're getting rid of the obstacles, which is really funny because, Ganesh is right here, and Ganesh was pile 2, so I really do feel like you guys may need to listen to those messages. But anyways, with the crystal activator, it says you intuitively connect with and retrieve information from crystals, so I feel like you are a natural channel. It's like you're channeling from the Andromedans, you're going to be channeling from the Pleiadians, you're channeling peaceful energies, you're doing certain things within just being here and making memories. It's very much all connected. And I feel like there could be information within certain crystals that you need to recover and use your intuition with, because you've got the intuitive card for your emotions, which says trust your inner knowing. So no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what it is that, you're dreaming about or you're astrally connecting with, you could be, somebody that's almost like a shadow walker that kind of walks through duality and darkness. But like I said, the things that you've been overcoming in this life, you're going to turn around and help other people in the future. So you may need certain frequencies or energies or consciousness from, a quartz crystal, or from a Lumerian crystal, or from a starberry crystal. There's crystals specifically aligned with different things within the stars that people now mine, and, it'll be like a Lyran starberry, or it'll be like a Pleiadian star crystal, or whatever. So you may be somebody that needs to connect with those types of things, or just like the straight up Lemurian crystals that were here on the Earth during the time of Lemuria. There's information like stored within the little lines on a lot of different crystals. I have the ruby recorder somewhere over there that basically holds all that information. It helps you to connect with your past lives, and even the colors of these are very similar. So I feel like a lot of like whatever obstacles that you've got right now, or whatever you need to say no to, you're basically just needing to trust your intuition with that, and whatever you're needing to connect with for crystals to retrieve the intuitive hits and insights, you need to trust your insights, trust your intuition to do so. And with the Earth Angel, it says guardian of the Earth and her children. You may, resonate with the term Earth Angel, or you could be a starseed that's very much similar to an Earth Angel, which basically what it means is that you're here to help the people here, which we've already had coming through here. We've had it come through here, and with the memory maker, it's like everything you're doing is for a reason. And what I just noticed as well is that these both have the elephants on them. So that's like wisdom, and something to do with your memory. So you may have some sort of memory connected to another lifetime that you need to intuitively tap into and retrieve from a specific crystal. It may be in, a specific, it could be in a Lemurian crystal, It could be in something that was in the time of Atlantis. It could be in the time of frickin' Egypt. It could be anywhere, honestly. It could be something that came from the stars. It could be Tektite. It could be, you know, the different stars that come here from above. So I definitely feel like trust your intuition, because for each of you it's going to be different, but there's a specific memory that you need to access right now that's going to help you to like remove those obstacles, embody this new beginning, to receive the healing available to you, and to step into the role fully as this person who's channeling this peaceful energy and retrieving the information that's needed to be retrieved. And I feel like you're already doing it, like in the astral realms and in your dream time, but you may not be waking up and remembering it. So they're wanting you to like be doing this more consciously, like when you go into meditation. Don't fall asleep. Keep yourself awake and journal what happens in your meditation. Pay attention to what you're seeing in meditation. Pay attention to what obstacles are clearing up in your reality. So basically there's something big going on around you, and I feel like it's going to be very powerful for you. And you may be somebody that, you know, travels through the astral realm and remembers it, but you're definitely defeating darkness, because here it says you are a master of duality and darkness. So I feel like you travel through the unconscious, subconscious in ways that other people can't, or in ways that, you know, it's just like, it's different for you. Like your dreams probably connect you more so than, you know, going into meditation. So however it feels appropriate to you to do this, do it. You know, but if you're somebody that falls asleep and forgets everything, try to do something so that you can remember, because your memories are very important right now, I feel. You know, especially with all this energy over here, it feels like there's something you need to know that's probably going to give you abundance, because that's what Ganesh does. You know, Ganesh gets rid of the obstacles that keep you from your abundance, that keep you from your blessings, and will bring all of that to your life. You know, so keep walking through the shadows and trying to illuminate that stuff. And, you know, over here you do have inspired. So it says your light illuminates my mind and soul. I feel like there is light that is illuminating your mind and soul right now. You could be getting inspired right now with your intuition to do certain things, to buy certain crystals, to travel certain places, to recover certain things, and to see beyond the illusions that, you know, you could be living in at this point. And with the responsible card, it says, I need to start saving myself instead of everyone else. I feel like that's what this is about too, is that you could have these big intuitive hits within your dreams, or you could be having all these different things that you're meant to be doing here, but because you're trying to save everybody else too much, so almost to your own detriment, you're actually, you know, hurting yourself. So you could know innately that, like, I've got to help people. But if you've been through trauma and pain, you've also got to, like, deal with that stuff and that duality and that darkness. And so, you know, you could be kind of trying to take the fast road out of being like, okay, that hurt, now let me just turn around and help everybody else with theirs, when, you know, Spirit's basically saying make sure that you're having healthy boundaries, because what you're going to end up doing is attracting more people that end up hurting you the way that you probably got hurt to begin with. You know, so make sure that you're cutting cords every day, and you're releasing any guilt that you have around saying no, and that whatever you've been through that was kind of shadowy or dark, you know, that you're seeing beyond those illusions, and you're traveling through the astral, and you're facing your memories too, because I feel like for some of you, you may not want to face the memories or those obstacles because it hurt. So you could be like, you know what, I'm just going to save everybody else. I'm going to help everybody else with their dreams, or I'm going to help everybody else with their messages, and I'm just going to, you know, stay over here and deal with whatever. But I do feel like you have the courage to fix whatever this stuff is. So for some of you, I feel like you've probably done a lot of this work and you don't have too much more to do in regards to it. But some of you, if you're still struggling to say no, or, you know, have those boundaries up, those are the big obstacles that need to be healed, and there's some sort of memories that you do need to face so that you can fix whatever it is that's been kind of, you know, not so good, and ask for the help that you deserve, because I feel like you're giving help to your own detriment, but you're not asking for help from anybody else, not even Spirit. So your intuition could be getting kind of like, or your energies could be getting all, you could be tired all the time and sleeping all the time, because that's the only way they can, you know, download you with anything, where you're not, you know, it's like you could have a hard time saying no to people, but with Spirit, it's almost like you're never saying yes to them. and it's because you probably don't hear them specifically say to you, hey, I need your help. So you're like, I'm going to help everybody else except for do my divine mission, or except for remember this one thing that I've got to face so that I can like truly embody what I've meant to do here and meant to see here and meant to counsel here. So there's definitely some sort of shadowy stuff that I feel like you're going to be illuminating. I feel like your dreams are very much connected, so pay attention to your dreams because you've got prophecy and history. So you're going to see stuff that's about to happen and you're going to see stuff that already did, but trust your intuition on what that is, because you know, you may see something that already happened and then freak yourself out and be like, oh my god, it's bad, or oh my god, like that's gonna happen and it could have already happened, or oh my god, I can't believe that happened, but it has yet to happen. So you again want to be getting good rest, especially if you're traveling through the astral a lot, because this really does kick your butt, because then you're awake almost while you're asleep, so you never really get true rest. So make sure you're asking, you know, the Andromedans, the Pleiadians to assist you with giving you the codes and the light and the frequency that you need to be able to do this. Like, you can ask to download 8 hours of sleep every night and only go to sleep for a few. You don't want to do it every night because it's going to eventually catch up with you. But if you're somebody that struggles to get like a full 8 hours because you've been off dreaming and doing all these crazy things, you know that it's okay to say no there too, and it's okay to say, hey, I need a night off, or I need, you know, to download 10 hours of sleep right now. And then, again, know that you will be channeling these peaceful energies as that earth angel, and it feels like it's a very beautiful gift that you have here, and a very beautiful role, even though it may have been dark and there may have been illusions. I feel like you're going to be seeing beyond all of that with your intuition and healing all of these boundaries and, you know, issues that you've had with guilt and just giving your power away to too many people. All right, so we're going to move on. And we've got the unicorn. And let's see what you've got with the decks here. I've got Zodiac Wheel, New Beginnings, Signs and Elements. 1111, Awakening Code, Mirror and Synchronicity, which is funny because this is 29, so that actually adds up to 11. So you've got 1111 right here. And then you've got 7, which is Wisdom of the Wheels, Cosmic Ocean, Portals of Infinite Wisdom. You've got number 31, Earth, Gaia Needs You to Ground Your Light. And then you've got number 38, Soul Family, Attracting Soul Family, Awakening Others, Soul Contracts. So you could be coming into a time right now of new beginnings where, you know, it's like an awakening. Like, you could be awakening to your next level of ascension or your next level of, you know, understanding things. And in that next level, a lot of times, you know, people wake up and they like discover all this stuff on their own, and then they start meeting their soul family. They start finding the soul contracts that they have. Not all of them are easy peasy, not all of them are going to be great and dandy. Some of them can be difficult, but what it's going to do is it's going to awaken you, and it's going to show you things that you need to know, and it's going to guide you through synchronicity. So pay attention to the signs, pay attention to like the you know, could actually be like elemental signs like Taurus or whatever. It's like, pay attention to things that stick out to you right now. And with the earth, it could definitely be earth signs there's something to do with for you, that maybe you are an earth sign, or you have somebody that's an earth sign that you need to connect with, that needs your light, or you may need the light of an earth sign in your life as a soul contract. Because that's what this is about, is the zodiac wheel. But it says new beginnings, signs, and elements. So it could just be the earth element, which is, you know, 3 different signs. Or it could just be all of the elements at different times and different junctures are going to awaken you and show you things, you know, mirror to you certain things, and show up through synchronicity to give you the guidance and give you that clear, aha, that is a soul family member, or you know what, that's a contract that I need to face so that I can heal and have that wisdom and understand things that, you know, maybe you didn't understand prior to meeting that person, or prior to receiving that download or that coding of information or those frequencies. And then with the Soul Purpose Oracle, you have Energy Healer. So it says channel through intention and touch. So I definitely feel like you probably are somebody that just innately knows how to heal others with your hands, which we all have the ability, but some people, you know, truly need to go to a class in order to like be able to do it, and other people can just kind of like intuitively pick it up and just do it from the day they're born. You know, it's like people probably say to you like, wow, your hands are always hot, or why are your hands so red, or, you know, your touch feels so nice. Like, you know, people may want you to be the one that rubs their back or does their hair or just does stuff with your hands, in general. You may get a lot of compliments on your hands, and you could be like, what the hell are you thinking? Like, people always tell me I have piano fingers, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I do now, but I remember back then being like, that doesn't sound right. But I've always had people give attention to my hands, like my mom did the same thing. She was always like, what's the matter with you? Why is your hand so red? Because you're channeling energy through it. So pay attention to your hands and pay attention to the energy that's coming through it and set intention to it so that you can help your soul family or you can help the people around you with that stuff. Now, you've also ascended. So it says you agreed to return and assist in Earth's ascension. So you've already been through your ascension. You've already been through the whole process here. And now you're back to do it again. But you're here to help your soul family. You're here to help other people to awaken and for new beginnings in the collective consciousness. So, again, that may be why it's easier innately within you to heal others, because you've already been an ascended master. You're already a divine channel. So it says you connect with and decode frequency from higher dimensional beings. So you could be giving messages to people, like I am right now. You could be doing tarot and oracle card readings. It says intuitive readings help support you and others. Or it could be that these types of readings help you to understand yourself better right now. And it could be that later down the road you'll start doing it yourself, or you'll become a trance channeler. If you go back, you'll find videos on this channel of me doing trance channeling. Or you could be doing automatic writing. Those are different ways, because like for me, sometimes when I get frequencies, I know I need to write it. Sometimes I'll get frequencies, I know it needs to be touched. Sometimes I get it, I know it needs sound, or sometimes it needs to be put into cards, like I made these cards. Sometimes it's something for candles, or sometimes there's so many different things. Sometimes it's just as simple as activating a crystal for something specific, but there's always energies coming through. And in the beginning of that happening, with my awakening, I didn't understand it. I didn't know exactly what was happening or how to channel that energy out of me. But when I met my soul family and I did, learning the energy healing, and I went to other different classes, and then I started doing like the tarot cards and learning essential oils, and I've done a lot of different things like classes and gotten certificates. So if you feel pulled to it, it's like you probably have the innate ability to do it. Like I was doing this before I got my Reiki master and my new paradigm master, and I was doing, reading. I actually didn't get certified in readings, but those are the things that I do the most. I did get certified in angel communication, but it was different than what I do with the Pleiadians. So what I'm trying to say is you do not need a piece of paper to tell you can do it, but sometimes learning from others can show you how they do something and give you a way of doing it for yourself, or to make a new way for you to do it for yourself. But look at that, the next two are wisdom writer and automatic writing. So I do feel like you're probably somebody that is going to channel in a myriad of ways. And, it's really good to do this, because then you don't get bored. You don't get I don't want to do my job. It's always perfect. I've noticed yesterday I had an automatic writing reading, but I also had a tarot reading. And then next week I'll have a channeled healing session. And then there's other times where I'm just making candles, or other times where I'm doing my shamanic stuff. So it's really good to have a repertoire of stuff, because then you can tap into what you want to tap into to deliver your messages. So it says your words hold wisdom and light codes. Share them with the world. Now you can write those, you can speak those, but I do feel like for a lot of you, there's something you need to write. It says channel through writing, decode frequency, deliver messages, and teachings from spirit. So there's definitely something you need to teach other people through writing and through your words. It could even be that you just write down on a Facebook post, say you put down 3 cards like this, and you tell people to pick the card, and then you flip it over and all right, shaman, and you write in a little thing your soul carries ancient wisdom teachings, and then just allow spirit to write through you for that message and share it with the world. Or you can do it on a grander scale, or you can offer it personally for one-on-one, but you got to start somewhere with the practicing and all of that. And I think there's definitely something you need to share in regards to channeling, okay? So they may be showing us this as a way of you to be okay, you know what, I'm going to start there. And with the shaman and the earth keeper, with the phase spirit and the nature spirit, it feels like nature is going to also be a big thing for you, which is interesting, because I was picking up on earth. says Gaia needs you to ground your light. I feel like you may need Gaia just as much in order to ground your light, or in order for you to receive these informations or to channel whatever it is that you're going to channel. So it says nature spirit support specifically intended for your soul's mission is available. Commune with nature and find your way. So you could be somebody that has automatic writing to do from the nature spirits, which can be the Fae, which can be the earth herself. You know, you can connect with Pachamama, you can connect with Gaia, you can connect with, you know, however you want to label it or however you want to do it. But I do feel like, you know, the tree spirits, even there's tree nymphs, there's, you know, the Fae, there's the gnomes, there's the this, there's the that, there's so many different things you can connect with. Do whatever feels right for you, but I would go outside into nature if it's possible, where you're not going to like freeze your butt off or sweat your butt off, and be comfortable so that you can sit and write and receive, because I feel like that may really ground you so that you can get what's coming from above. Because a lot of times the people who have ascended from above have a hard time feeling grounded or staying grounded, and they have a hard time, you know, delivering their messages, almost because there's so many coming towards them at once. So just try to do something that's going to bring you into that moment, and realize that you are an earth keeper, which says you have been sent to protect Mother Earth. So that's basically what a shaman does. Your soul carries ancient wisdom teachings. I feel like, you know, you're here to protect the earth. You're here to connect with all the beings on the earth, whether it's a rock, tree, or creature. That's what you're doing. You're connecting with all the elements. You're connecting with all the beings. You're connecting with the earth spirit herself. You could be connecting with the Great Spirit, who's going to guide you and deliver the messages through you about Gaia, about Pachamama, about the spirits, you know, about the Faes. But you definitely need to be connecting and receiving and writing. And if you've never done it before, I do have a video somewhere. If you type in my name, Bridget Rau, and automatic writing, I know there's at least 2 videos that I did on it, but I can't remember what channel it was on. But I definitely think that's something that would be good for you. And even if you just journal, that's automatic writing. Like when you just allow yourself to free flow write, if you've ever written a poem, you know, like I was doing automatic writing for years and didn't know it, because I always write poems that rhyme, but I didn't know that like other people couldn't just do that like as quickly as it comes through. I've done actual drawings too, with like they come through and they draw through me, and when they draw through me, it looks 1,000 times better than anything I'm going to draw. So, you know, you can utilize this energy to do so many different things. There could be people out there that need you to draw them something, or people out there that need you to write them something, and so that could be some sort of service that you need to bring to the collective, and that may be what's going to support you. You know, so this reading may be supporting you to understand that you have a divine role here to play as somebody that's going to be an automatic writing person, or somebody that's going to draw pictures or paint pictures or do something artistic. And with the Fae, it says the spirit of Fae has the eyes to see where they stay. And see what I mean? Like it rhymes. I feel like you have the eyes to see where they are. And there are certain people here that notice them. They see like the little dots in the air. They see like the little beings, you know, that are moving around that other people don't necessarily see. They also even capture them on photos. Or you could be somebody that's going to draw, you know, these beings, or you're going to channel messages from these beings, and you're going to go out into nature to do it. So try to make sure that you go out into nature, because I feel like you do have a wild spirit. It says nothing can tame a spirit like this. So it's almost like you were probably like a Fae in a past life, or you were somebody that embodied these types of energies. You could have been a shaman, or you could just really be like, you know, that earth keeper. But I do feel for a lot of you, you probably do have like that Fae type of spirit, somebody that's very independent, you know, having all the freedom that you want, somebody that's like a little innocent and naive, but at the same time a little mischievous and fun, and then you have happy. So this is about smiling and being happy. So I really think that whoever you are, you do need to kind of embody those energies again of being naive and innocent, tapping into that freedom of your free spirit, and going off and, you know, becoming that nature spirit, and allowing yourself to receive the messages that need to be written through you. By doing it, by connecting with the earth, it's going to like innately bring through those pieces of you that you already are. You're going to help to heal other people through your intention, whether you actually physically touch them or just intend to send the energy through your hands. And for some of you, you could do it through messages of cards. There may be like fairy cards that you need to work with. I know there's one girl who's like obsessed with the Fae, and she does like walks into spirit with them. Like she takes, I've been with her on one, and I've seen the Fae. And I've seen the little things out there, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And she also has like decks, like tarot decks and, you know, oracle decks that are connected to this. And she definitely connects deeply with this energy. So she is innately an earth keeper or a shaman, but basically that's like the new, you know, that's like the human version of fairy. So you're probably a fairy that people consider being more so a shaman, just because they don't really want to be like, hey, you're a fairy, because you're probably very happy, very wild, very innocent, naive, a little mischievous, independent, and just innately helping to be a healer here at this time, and bringing in new codes, new awakenings, and new synchronicity to the masses, and doing your mission. All right, guys. So hopefully that assisted you. Thank you very much. In Renee. Namaste.